Hey, what's happening, man? You know what it is. This is IAM, LBoy.com. You feel me? You can hit me on Twitter. You can hit me on Facebook. You can hit me on IG. You know what I'm saying? We networking, man. Hustle Boy Entertainment, Black Hoodie Gang. R.I.P. Warren Gut. I told you, bro. I got us. You know what I'm saying? I got now. We don't give a. Got next. Squad.
Alright, we're here with the IAM series with LBoy, Hustle Boy Entertainment, Black Hoodie Gang. What's going on, my guy?
What's up with you, big dog? How you doing?
Well, let's go on. We'll jump on in. When and why'd you start doing music?
I really started doing music when I was about 5. You know, back in the day, you know, our mothers and stuff used to listen to R. Kelly and all that. I had entered the talent show in the same building we in right now. That's the library. Remember, this used to be the little. We did a talent show. I was singing "Hey, Mr. DJ." You know what I'm saying? About 4 or 5, and it went from there. You know what I'm saying? I just fell in love with music as a youngster.
Performing early on.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Speaking on the kind of the history of where we sit now, not only that, the background, uptown, where we grew up.
Where we grew up at.
Tell them a little bit about where you from.
Yeah, man, I'm from Evansville, Indiana. You know, I was born and raised on the other side of Washington, but plenty of nights, mostly all my life, we walked from the south side to uptown. You know, Auntie Corman, R.I.P. my auntie, you know, my favorite auntie. She lived uptown in the projects. My mom and them, they used to go up there, drink, play cards, listen to music, you know, what families do.
Right.
So, you know, I really, Evansville, Indiana, you know, anybody can say whatever they want to say about it, but this is my home, this is where I'm from, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
See, we got the view right here, right back there where we grew up at.
Right. Anybody from here or been through here recognize that.
Man, if you from out of town and you'd have been to Evansville, you'd have been through there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you first started performing, or your first performance was right at 4 or 5. When did you really start doing music? Like, how long have you been recording, taking that as a profession? Yeah.
I started at 11 years old. I started with a group called Untamed Truth. You know, that's really when I started writing my own music and letting the world hear about what I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? That was my first little mixtape ever, with a complete CD. It was called Untamed Truth. So I was about 11 when I started doing music. So yeah, 11, 12.
Okay. And what name did you go by then?
I went by LBoy then.
Okay. And how did that name come about?
My cousin had got locked up. Well, my cousin had gave me that name before he had got locked up. You know, because my nickname, they called me Lover. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, man, you know what? Call you LBoy. And I'm like, LBoy. I'm like, man, nah, man, everybody gonna be thinking Lover Boy, man. He was like, no, man, LBoy. He was like, man, it's a stage name for you. And I'm like, LBoy. I'm like, all right, so we can work it out or whatever. So it's just later on, like, I'm working with my brother Vaughn, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, everybody know you, man. He's like, there ain't nobody in the city that don't know you, man. He's like, man, LBoy.com. I'm like, LBoy.com. He's like, yeah, LBoy.com. You can tell them to Google you know what I'm saying? Everybody know you know what I'm saying? And we just took off from there, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the LBoy.com came from, pretty much.
Who artists do you admire or look up to the most? Past, present, it don't matter.
I'm really a Tupac, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Right.
You know, Jeezy, T.I., I'm serious, you know what I'm saying? Them kind of cats I look to. My favorite rapper is Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just from back in the day, the hot boy. I used to tell all my friends, like, hey man, that dude right there gonna be the hottest one out of all of them. So happily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He stayed Cash Money and made Cash Money, you know what I'm saying? So really, my favorite rapper is Weezy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Weezy F.
Being that you've been doing, that you've been performing and doing music for so long, what advice, if any, could you give to the younger ones trying to come out and get into music?
Man, really just keep grinding, man. Live your life. Don't live nobody else's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Always live your life. Don't tell about your uncle's life. Don't tell about your right-hand man's life. Tell about your life. You know what I'm saying? Stay grinding, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? It's just grind. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Grind hard. And, you know, stay out the streets. Don't let these streets grab you in from anything that you got going on. And when you got your mind focused on one thing, you keep a clear path so you can stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're gonna kind of pull back and kind of touch bases with with one of the previous questions. We talked about who was the artist that you admire the most. What was your favorite album of all time, if you can name just one?
I'm serious. I'm serious, T.I.
Wow.
It was a lot of meanings, you know what I'm saying? It's like things that he was speaking I could relate to. You know what I'm saying? Living in the projects, young, wild, ruthless, you know what I'm saying? Things that we was doing then. It was just like he was talking to us then, you know what I'm saying? Like the life that we was living, he was explaining that lifestyle that we was living, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I understand, I'm serious for the T.I., you know what I'm saying? Because everything that he was saying, we was doing at the time.
Right. And what's your ultimate goal? What do you hope to see out of your career as an artist?
Me personally, man, I always say, I told my mom since I was young, I want to put her and my father in a big old house with no worries, and my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, and give back to the community some things that other people from Evansville, Indiana have done in the past years. You know what I'm saying? They had did things past years like little festivals or little family days. I'm trying to get back to the community every month or every 2 weeks if I can, you know what I'm saying?
On a regular basis.
Regular basis, like I come from the projects just as well as you have, you know what I'm saying? And I know we ain't had nothing, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if I ever get big in life, then I'll be happy with giving back to the community more than, you know what I'm saying, having money.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah,
You know
it
what I'm saying? Like,
it do. It's the same. I mean, that's where my whole legal means, I mean, the name from it even came from that same attitude. By all means necessary, stealing from Malcolm X, but by all legal means necessary, just to show and just give kids, show them that you ain't got to be out in the streets and you ain't got to hustle to still end up having nice things and living and being successful. And,
right.
Yeah, I definitely understand. It makes perfect sense. Do you have any aspirations or goals outside of music? Like, I know music is your primary focus now, but after that, is there any other interest there that you want to pursue?
Yeah, man, I really like to, if I could, man, get into the real estate business, you know what I'm saying? Like selling houses or selling clothing, really be a salesman, you know what I'm saying, of anything. If I don't make it into the rap or whatever, I really want to be a salesman or a real estate agency or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Or can teach kids about the street life, the do's and the don'ts, the rights and the wrongs, you know what I'm saying? Like, have my own, like, community center or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, to teach the kids it's more to life than picking up a gun, you know what I'm saying? Or selling drugs or some things that I have done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to clean up the community more to, you don't have to pick up no gun, you don't have to pick up no drugs, you don't have to smoke a cigarette, you know what I'm saying? Things that I should have listened to when I was younger.
Right.
I'm trying to pass on, but I'm trying to keep it in their head because, you know, when we was younger, it was, all right, I hear you, woo-woo, and one ear and not the other.
Right.
I'm trying to put fat on their brain, you know what I'm saying, to
Make
stick.
it stick, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go do things that you seen me do when I was 21, 19. That ain't cool. It might look cool to me then, because I had everybody like, oh, little love, woo, woo. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But really, I was being foolish. But now, you know what I'm saying, I grew up to the society's like, dang, man, I wish I ain't never catch no gun case. I wish I ain't never do this. I wish I ain't never, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I wish I wouldn't have did a lot of things, because it's a lot of things now that I ain't eligible to get because I got a felony. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing is, I just want to teach kids younger than me, like my kids and my nieces and nephews and kids in the society, to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be more of a leader than a follower.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids now, they watch videos, they watch movies. Everybody want to be like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like Chris Brown. Everybody want to be like Lil Wayne.
Right.
They trendsetters, but a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, they see the good side on TV, but don't see the other side.
Yeah, they don't see
you know what
the
I'm saying?
reality.
They don't see all the reality things that Wayne and Chris Brown and LeBron had to do. They just see the good things, and that's more of,
They see the outcome.
yeah, they see the outcome, but
result.
they like, ooh, I want to be like LeBron and woo woo woo, but they didn't see the struggle part. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is,
They don't
I'm
see
trying
the struggle to keep it.
Yeah,
How much hard
yeah.
work it really takes to keep it.
I'm
behind
trying
the
to
scenes.
get,
They see the fun. They see the awards, the trophies,
Yeah.
the partying. They don't
Yeah.
see. They don't see really what it takes, the grind it takes
Yeah,
to even be able
yeah.
to keep that.
yes sir, yes sir.
Not let alone get there. So yeah, so I guess it's safe to say you definitely do have a lot of interests outside of, you know, in fashion, real estate, community service, outside of music. So I know you're gonna be successful at something. Alright. What hot rapper out right now would you most want to work with?
Kevin Gates. I want to work with Gates because he gives motivation and he gives knowledge at the same time. You know, a lot of people might look at it like, Gates, man, he talk about this and he talk about that. But if you really listen to Kevin Gates, he's really giving you some knowledge, you know what I'm saying, about everything.
Yeah, he keeps it 100 for
Yeah,
real. Like
yeah.
he does. I mean, you can tell he reads a lot. You can tell that he's educated, whether it's self-educated or not. But you can tell he's educated, highly intelligent, and it comes out in the music. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on today's music industry?
Today's music, man, it's a little wishy-washy nowadays, man. It's a lot of people talk about chains, talk about watches, talk about Bentleys, talk about Bugattis. Nobody's talking about real life no more, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's speaking what Pop was speaking, what Big was speaking. You know what I'm saying? And when they are, like Jadakiss, you know what I'm saying? He's not mainstream, but he's speaking his lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates, he's not mainstream, but he's speaking his lifestyle. Now you got Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, they making up words.
Yeah.
They're the hottest thing in the game. The Migos, Nat, what's that? You know what I'm saying? You making up words, but you the hottest in the game. It's really wishy-washy, you know what I'm saying? So they need more of Jadakiss. They need more of Kanye. They need more of the old Hov, you know what I'm saying?
More J. Cole's.
More J. Cole's, more Kendrick Lamar's, you know what I'm saying? They need more of them guys into the game to
more everyday people who don't even try to act like they know super thug.
Right.
Are you inspired by the fact that now you don't necessarily have to be with a major label to actually be successful in music anymore? Like, I mean, the majors don't necessarily outright control, you know, who's successful and who's not. Like you said, you know, Jadakiss and Kevin Gates, you know, You know, Jada Kidd's a household name for a long time, but ain't never really been mainstream, and has a very successful career. You know, Kevin Gates, Nipsey Hussle, you know, they successful careers, and you know, but and they getting it from, you know, they getting it out the mud. They, you know, I mean, they on their own grind, you know, on the independent grind.
Right,
Does that inspire you, knowing that now you don't have to necessarily reach out to a major label?
Yeah, it inspired me because independent is really what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I really want to be a independent rapper. You know what I'm saying? But thing is, like I say, you know, if a label come to me with a nice little penny, I ain't gonna go for anything.
Right.
But I would go for 30,000, 40,000 for the simple fact I ain't never had nothing, and I know how to grind. I know how to get out here and you know what I'm saying, footwork. I got foot soldiers, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't never had nothing, so we could take 30,000 into 100,000 and turn 100,000 into 300,000 and still give back, because we ain't never had nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. I give back to the community as long as I can help people in Evansville or in society or the world. That'll make me feel better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'll make me proud, just knowing that I done changed somebody else's life. You know?
Yeah.
So, really, with that being said, it's like, if I could take and change 2 people's life or 2 kids' life a day, that'll already make me feel like I've been signed. You know what I'm saying? That'll make me feel like I'm somebody's role model.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, me, I think about the things that I did in my past and the things that I'm doing now, how much I done developed as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like this 3-4 years ago. Straight up, I'd have been lost. Like, you'd have asked me questions like this, and I'd have been like, man, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't give you that. But now that I have did things and seen things, and you know, seen different cities like homeless people or people that was careless, you know what I'm saying? I used to go around like, damn, man, look at this, man, that could have been me. You know what I'm saying? That could have been you. That could have been, you know, one of our relatives. Like, damn, thank God it ain't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But if I could have took, it's like when we went to Texas, this little kid ran up. I'm not a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? We on the strip with 1,000 celebrities. But this one kid grabbed my shirt and wanted my autograph on his shirt. You know, that right there, I'm like, because at first I was frustrated, like, man, all these people, woo, woo. That right there brightened my day, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was bigger than Kevin Gates or somebody then, you know what I'm saying? Because that right there just changed that little boy's life.
Yeah.
He don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I just looked like a star to him, even though I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But that right there changed my day, and most likely probably changed his life. Mom, Dad, I got a, you know, hey,
got an autograph.
Yeah, got an autograph from LBoy, you know what I'm saying? And he really don't even know who LBoy is. So, hey.
Bet he probably do now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many projects have you released?
I did, when I was 14, we did Untamed Truth, the whole truth. It was like 11 of us. Now, like 2 weeks ago, I just released my own mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Streets for the Weight. Salute the Streets for the Weight. Black Hoodie Gang, Hustle Boy presented. You know, it got a little bit. I was trying to get a little bit of everybody on there from the Evansville, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who do you have on there?
I have Twan Lee on there, big out, little bro. I got Nupin on there. Salute, big dog. You already know what it is. I got Chuck on there. I got Dita Don on there. Got my guy Shy West on there, you know what I'm saying? He from the Shy, he from the west side of Chicago. Uh, I got Hardhead on there. Another one that was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? That was a high head. Trying to keep him out here because, you know what I'm saying, we need him out here to the society. That locked up stuff ain't nothing no more, man. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan Hicks,
Right.
Cuddy Bo, got Cuddy Bo on there. R.I.P. to my brother Von Gutter, you know what I'm saying? He on the outro. You know I gotta keep him on everything, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit who I got on there though.
Describe your achievements through music as today. What do you feel like are major accomplishments for you?
You said the major accomplishments?
Yeah, what have you achieved so far?
Really right now, I think I'm to the point of, I got one foot in the door. But where I achieved, my goal I achieved, I really just take it day at a time, really. You know what I'm saying? But I had achieved a lot of things in these last few months, like shows, you know, interviews, release my own mixtape, you know, respect, more respect. You know what I'm saying? I give respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? There's elderly people out here that, you know, that used to do drugs and stuff. Now they're like, hey man, I see you doing your thing, woo woo. It's like I'm bringing more light to the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just me, it's other artists too. But like I said, I'm well known.
You being humble.
So, you know, that's it.
You being humble.
Yeah.
Because you just performed at South by Southwest and down in Austin and the NCAA tournament.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you doing some shows, and you really that was a real humble answer. Big ups. That's much respect. I mean, most people probably would have jumped on that and been like, you know, I did this, I did that, I did this, and you know, and
yeah, that's another thing though. Like, I don't like to brag. You know what I'm saying? Cause it don't get you nowhere. Like bragging, sure. Oh, I did this. I did this. I'm the reason. Woo, woo, woo. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm blessed, and anything that come my way, I'm willing to deal with, as long as there ain't no BS. You know what I'm saying? Like shows in Texas. Yeah, we did that. Shows in Chicago. Final Four in that. On our way to Orlando, Florida, just 5 days, 4 nights to kick our feet back. We got a show in Minneapolis coming up. We got a show in Carbondale, Illinois coming up. I got a show in Memphis, Tennessee. And man, we just working, really. Just working. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get ourselves out there.
if you could pick anywhere in the world where you would want to perform, where would it be? At one dream performance.
One dream performance. At a Money Mayweather fight in Las Vegas. I think it'll be real big. Floyd Mayweather fight in Las Vegas. Yeah. But really, I can honestly say, Evansville, Indiana. You know, if I could get everybody in Evansville to come out and support, I'll show off. You know what I'm saying?
It's a show at the Ford Center.
Yeah, imagine it, you know, somewhere that they said we can't get.
Yeah.
That'd be my biggest dream right there, Evansville, Indiana, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people might see this and say, man, that sounds crazy. Ain't nothing in Evansville. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point.
That's the point. To bring the city back alive.
Because you gotta be from here to understand and know that they ain't gave the Ford Center. They ain't let nobody in hip hop, regardless of how big of a star you are, get the Ford Center. They wouldn't even let Kevin Hart, who is